3.
Hey, this is Terry with Metal Life Magazine, and we have Augie from Bad Kids Go to Hell.
Hey.
So, for the benefit of everybody that wasn't cool enough to come here and see the movie so far, what would you say is the movie about?
It's about a bunch of kids that come from really rich backgrounds that have nothing better to do besides be mean to each other and do drugs and be stupid. And we all get locked in detention because we're all stupid and ignorant, and all things go wrong. Okay. And I play the kind of like the rebellious goth chick who doesn't really know where she stands in this program of high school, and she's just confused and insecure, but pretending that she's not. She's like a hot mess internally. Yeah. So I don't know. What were you like in high school?
Pretty much the same.
Yeah. I kind of was. Yeah, I wasn't goth. My brother was goth, but yeah.
No, I was pretty much like my camp.
I love it. It's sexy.
Kind of pretended it's something better than it was.
Yeah, I'm so cool.
Yeah, of course.
Look at me in my dark crosses, black hair, yeah. Anyways, I think that's kind of, it's cool though. It shows a lot of just different characters.
So the thing I was most impressed with is the fact that most of these types of movies, you'll end up with, a body count, and then eventually there's a bad guy or a monster or whatever.
Yeah.
And in this movie, that's not what happened. And
goodbye, everybody.
Even if you were playing with it as a whodunit perspective, that kept changing potentially.
Yeah.
And then there was also the whole concept that it was really about the characters interacting with each other and really actually interacting. So it's kind of like, it's been described before as like Breakfast Club meets, a horror movie.
Right, which, because you're stuck and then all of a sudden you're forced to know these people. Or tell them how you really felt about them from the get-go. And so you really build this character between you like Barry said in the panel, it's like you love to hate them, but you hate to love them. Like you love them, but you hate them because you see their vulnerable sides. Because everyone at some point in the movie becomes very vulnerable. That could be because of lack of sleep on set, but I don't know.
You did have a fast schedule.
I did. I feel like I'm still on it.
24 days?
Yeah, it was very quick, but it felt forever.
Right. So what was your favorite scene to film?
Oh God, am I spoiling it? Obviously. No, that's bullshit. Actually, the zombie scene was fun because I got to do this crazy makeup.
Yeah.
Horrendous. And
horrendously hot.
Thanks. One thing I have to say is that contact hurt so bad. And we had an amazing makeup effect guy named Spat, who's pretty well known. You know Spat?
Yeah, I've heard that name.
And he just did an amazing job. He's like, Augie, time to come to makeup. And I was like, oh, fuck. But then when I got there, it really felt gnarly. So it actually put me into this character of like angry bitch, because I'm like, I look crazy. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. And then the beginning scene when walking through the library, because it really kind of happened like that.
Yeah.
We all kind of met each other like that. And you can kind of tell.
You can.
Yeah. That was our first scene, and we're like, wow, this is so cool.
Wow, that is
so,
that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So off camera, what kind of hijinks happened that you may or may not want to tell but will anyway?
There's so many fucking pranks going on. Oh, I swore.
Good.
I said I wasn't going to swear.
Yeah, I knew better.
So many. Okay, one time I was in my hotel, and I was staying, and then all of a sudden there's this window, and I just hear bang, 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 and I'm like, oh fuck, dude. And when you're doing a horror movie, you think everything's a horror film, you think shit's gonna happen. And I look outside, there's like 20 crew people throwing rocks at my window, and I'm like, so I guess you could say that was the craziest thing that happened to me on set. I was like, lovely, you guys are beautiful, thank you. And I took pictures, and
that's good.
it was like camp. I tell everybody that we all became very close to each other. So, I did a prank to her. Did Amanda tell you? Yeah, I did a prank to Amanda. Here we go. I forgot about it. It's the makeup artist's idea. How I hide in the cupboard in the makeup room, and I scare the shit out of her when she walks in. I waited in that cupboard for like fucking 20 minutes, and I'm like, are they coming? Because I'm over this. I'm sweating. She comes in. She's going to kill me with doing this because she didn't think it was funny at all. She comes in, and she starts crying. And I'm like, okay, I should probably never prank somebody as amazing and innocent as Amanda ever again.
Right.
I forgot about that. That was definitely the gnarliest thing I think I have done on this set.
So personally, what are you working on next?
Personally, I just got done doing a movie about 3 bank robbers. We rob a bank. I play another lean, rebellious girl. It's gonna be It's either going to be in theaters or in Lifetime soon. It's called Teenage Big Heist. There's a couple things in the works right now, and I can't say because they won't let me say.
Of course. Which you are working on special projects.
Sure, yeah. I'm having fun. I'm very, very blessed. It's been a cool year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So, what is your favorite type of movie to go see when you watch it?
That's a really good question because it could go from I just saw Lawless, what I thought was amazing, but I also saw Samsara, which is visually beautiful. It's visually beautiful. It's not about the film, no actors. It's just they can travel around the world, and it's just a beautiful experience watching that movie. There's not one thing I love to see. I love dark comedies.
Yeah.
Dark comedies are great.
Yeah.
I like it all. It just depends on the movie and the actors and the vibe and the storyline. So.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. So
Sounds good.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie? Horror
favorite
movies?
movie?
Movies. Oh yeah, movie too.
My favorite movie is probably Fifth Element.
Oh yeah. Well,
just because it's got a bit of everything.
It's a great film.
But horror movies in general, but they need to be more a story. So I end up watching Japanese horror movies.
Oh, I hear they're crazy.
Because those are really screwed up.
They're so messed up. So you probably like Bad Kids for that reason. There's a lot of blood and gore in that.
That's fine. Yeah, blood and gore is good, but the story has to be. Otherwise, it's just then it becomes how creative are they at killing the next person instead of the movie.
Japanese horror movies are so disturbing.
That's the idea.
Yeah, that's you're disturbed.
I am. A little bit.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Well, that's pretty much what we had. So thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. See you.
Hi, my name is Amanda Alch, and I played Megan McDurst in Bad Kids Go to Hell.
Start off with the same question, even though we've just seen the film. People watching the interview didn't get to see it, of course. So, how would you describe what this movie is all about?
Well, Bad Kids Go to Hell is a movie about 6 kids that get locked in detention, and all of them are from different walks of life, different kind of areas and social groups, and they all start getting killed off one by one, and chaos just ensues, and you actually really do fall in love with the characters, I think. I think you can connect to them, and then you kind of don't know really what's causing all of the chaos. Whether it be supernatural or whether it be one of the kids doing it. But I was reading this article on the film, and the person that said it best was the crazy part about this movie is that the kind of evil is inherent within the kids themselves, and I think that it's just such a fun movie to watch. It's thrilling, it's exciting, but also can tug at your heartstrings at some points as well.
Sure, yeah.
So that's the best way that I could describe it.
Yep. The main thing that we were impressed with in the movie was the fact that it wasn't just the whodunit type slasher flick of bodies were dropping and eventually somebody would be left.
Yes.
So there wasn't a whole lot of character interaction, and alliances were kind of shifting back and forth, and so there was mention that this may get developed into a TV series.
Yes.
Are you going to be involved in that if it does, or are they going to replace you?
You know what? Honestly, I really have no idea. I know that they had kind of mentioned doing a film, a sequel.
Right.
And, I always kind of said on set, I was like, I was the one character where you weren't really positive that she absolutely was gone.
Right.
So, which is a spoiler, I'm sorry, it's a spoiler. But,
we're good with spoilers.
The cool thing is I feel like this is a story where it would be interesting to see what happened before. It'd be interesting to see, how these characters really met, really the first times that they met. It would be interesting to kind of see that kind of a thing. So I think a pre-movie would be really cool.
Right.
And then as far as a TV series, you know, I have no idea what they, you know, do with it. It's really up to Barry and Matthew, who are so talented and such great writers, and they, you know, they really, it's their baby. I mean, they wrote the comic book and they wrote the script, so whatever they kind of decide is really, you know, I'm interested to see. So
awesome. Yeah.
Not really sure, you know.
All right. What was your favorite scene in the movie to film?
To film? You know, honestly, I really love the scene in the bathroom. There's a scene in the bathroom with the 3 girls, and I think that it is the establishing scene where you get to see the dynamic of the characters, you get to see how they relate to each other, and I think, you know, we had a lot of scenes where, you know, it's all in the library and you see how frustrated they are with each other and kind of angry and kind of, you know, angsty and that kind of a thing. But it was nice to have some moments in a scene where you get to see these characters really relate. Where they're not under pressure, but they're just being themselves, and I thought that was just so real and had such genuine emotion. And that's when you really got to see that these kids are not, you know, they're not as bad as they seem. They actually have a lot of, you know, a lot of hurt and a lot of things that they're dealing with outside of the school that make them who they are. So.
So off camera, what was your favorite moment that was moving around?
You know, off camera. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so embarrassing for one of our castmates. There were actually 3 of us. It was our hair and makeup dresser. But this wasn't actually on set. This was away from set, but it was like during the shooting time. We all decided that we were gonna go on a river rafting adventure.
Of course.
And so we're all like in the boat and we're rowing and everything. And one of the people on the boat got really hammered. And like started swaying back and forth, and so the boat flipped over, and we were all soaked, and all of our like belongings, like our wallet and our and our phones and all that stuff, all went into the river, and we're like, no, you know, and we're just like so upset. And in retrospect, it was just the most hilarious. You know, we were all like, we had like our hair and makeup dresser who was in the boat with us was just like crying. He was so upset. It was just, but it's so funny, you know. And it's just like
start over.
You know, I mean, but you know that those like awkward kind of experiences, they will bond you. I'm telling you right now. You know.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was fun. We had such a great time on set. You know, we were so stressed because the film was shot in such a short amount of time that really the only you know, it was like when we could cut loose, it was like we needed to come up for air. You know, because when you're, you know, busy, you know, dying or laying on the ground or, you know, crying or whatever you were doing, which is like half the movie. When you weren't busy doing that, the only thing you wanted was to like have a drink and have a little fun.
Perfect. So is this kind of movie your type of movie, or you normally watch something else?
You know what? I mean, I think this film is so cool. For like a lot of different reasons. You know, I've always been kind of like a fraidy cat. But you know, I really liked. I think this movie, while being like a touch kind of racy, if you're into that, is also a movie that like is like, it's a thriller. So it's like it's got some scare to it, but then it's also like something that like I feel like anybody, even like if they are like nervous in a movie or like kind of like chattering their teeth, they could watch it too. And then I like I said, I think this movie is really set apart because the characters are relatable. And you know, you see how, you know, terrible they are, but you also can feel for them as well. And so, a little. And so, you know, I think a lot of people would enjoy it if they saw it. I think it's a great movie.
And there you have
Bad Kids Go to Hell. You should go see
the
it.
movie.
And then let me know what you think. Actually, let all of us know on the fan page.
There we go.
That'll be awesome.
Perfect. All right.
Was that a great plug?
That was perfect. I think that was good. All right. Well, thank you. So, tell tell us a little bit. I just watched the movie, but just for the interview process, tell us a little bit about what the movie's about.
Hello, I'm Chanel Ryan. We have three crossing. Bad Kids Go to Hell is basically about a group of snotty, spoiled prep school students who get what they deserve. In a nutshell, without giving it away, sorry.
Right.
Most of them get what they deserve anyway.
Yeah, true. Okay. So, where was the film shot?
Shot in Texas. Oliver, Texas is very, very hot. We shot last summer during the hottest months of the year there, June and July.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very brutal. Yeah, literally, as soon as you walk out the door, it's like the heat just sort of like takes you back. Even at night, at like 9 o'clock at night, it's unexpected.
No, yeah, that's pretty bad. So, in doing the movie, this is one of those movies that's done everything backwards. So, like a comic book first sort of movie it was done, but not everybody's seen it.
Yes.
So, we're kind of breaking the rules here on this movie. So, did that make any difference when it was time to actually film for real this time? Or?
Not to me. I mean,
Right.
They actually approached me probably a year and a half before we actually shot it.
Okay.
It was a comic book first, so they were sort of during the comic book circuit at some of these conventions. Like Wizard World was one of them.
Right.
And I met them in Toronto at a Wizard World autograph signing.
Oh.
And they literally approached me, and Baza was like, "You are Miss Gleason!"
Ah.
And I was like, "Who the hell is this crazy guy?" And
Yeah,
he's
right.
Miss Gleason. I was like, "Alright, whatever, dude."
Yeah, that's me.
And then we stayed in contact, and I don't know when it was, about a year later, I got an email saying, "Hey, we're going to shoot soon, we need to see your rendition of Miss Gleason." So even though they had been interested in me, I still had to put myself on tape.
Sure, right. Okay. What was the most difficult scene?
You know what? I'm really bummed because when we were there, a lot of my stuff was cut before we even started shooting, just because the schedule was so grueling and they were a little bit behind. One of the things that I'm most bummed about, I love to do cartwheels and stuff, and my character is just so over the top.
Right.
So I had her doing a cartwheel into the one main scene in the gymnasium, and everything kind of started that way.
Oh, okay.
We had to cut that.
Right.
A lot of stuff got cut. The gymnasium scene was probably the most fun to shoot.
Right.
I mean, they were all. She's such an obnoxious character, like oozing with school spirit in a school where there's zero spirit.
Right, right.
So, like, she's the only one that
Kind of like
thinks Headmaster Nash is cool.
Right. So, when you were doing, was anything happening, like, off camera that was a memorable moment?
It was
fantastic?
absolutely, everything was insane off camera, by the way. It was, like you said, it was a very tight schedule. If you can do even remotely decent work on an indie film, it's a miracle, because it's so hard when there's, on this particular film, there really was zero private space. So, and it was just like a big party. We had so many extras there for the gymnasium scene, for the homecoming scene, for all this stuff. So it was just like a party with everyone running around down the halls. It was crazy. But each day too, the thing that was really cool, each day the locations got better and better. Like, I was truly blown away by just the schools in Texas. Like, it's been pretty unreal. You go inside and you're like, oh my god, you topped yesterday's location.
Right.
Impressive.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
So the set that in the movie where the main library scene, it's been discussed that was all
Spider-Man
built,
Studios, yeah, it was.
and including the upstairs and everything.
Everything
was
they
real
built
actual building.
everything. Yeah, they built it to. I mean, if you read the comic book, if you hadn't, but once you read the comic book, they basically built it to mimic the library in the comic book. So they really did phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's shot really cool. The soundtrack's amazing.
Right.
Partial come in, but I think it's done well.
Yeah, it was done well. So the music was really well put together. I liked how it kind of built with the tension and then disappeared when it should have. That was good.
And truthfully, this is the first time I've seen it, and I missed the first half. I was a bit late getting here, but the soundtrack is better than it was a little wonky in here.
Yeah. Loud.
So I think it sounds better.
Right. Okay. So, are you a fan of this genre of movie?
I love
horror, thriller, sci-fi. It's my favorite. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
That's our favorite.
I know I've been booking a lot of them lately, and it's just a weird. I don't know if you put the energy out there and it just comes back to you, but yeah, it's such a fun, like stuff that would never in a million years happen in real life, or for the most part, never happen in real life. It's kind of fun.
Awesome. So what are you working on next?
I have a few things coming up. I had surgery a month ago, and depending on if I'm well enough, I'm supposed to go to Chicago to shoot a horror film.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm producing my first feature called Crestview, and that is going to be next spring in Texas. It's another thriller, horror, action, some black comedy. I'm excited about it. Yeah, we have a great cast.
Sounds good. Well, that's pretty much what we had. So thank you very much for your time. Thanks.
Nice chatting.
All right. Thanks.